So I'm Russ Kirkpatrick, the director for the feature documentary Susan, which is screening here at the Fort Smith International Film Festival and Film Market. And we are super excited that this film is resonating with people here and in different places where it's being watched around the world. At this festival, we won an award at the Dead Center Film Festival. It won Best Picture for audience for the feature, which is super exciting. This film is what you would call an impact documentary. So we're happy to have the accolades from programmers. We're very happy that audience members are responding to it. Now the next pillar there is impact, and that is changing the way people think, and we believe that's exactly what this film is doing, thanks in part to these two ladies and their mother.
So the film is a journey of my mom and the family dynamics of what we go through from diagnosis to death, and that there's life in between there, and then how each family member kind of reacts and interacts to that. But the biggest part is to be able for my mom to articulate and advocate for change against the diagnosis.
The Susan feature documentary is the journey of these two women and their mother and the rest of their family as they navigate the same condition that Bruce Willis has, which is frontotemporal dementia. She also had an aphasia, so put another way, it impacted the way that she talked and the way that she walked. And so instead of another condition like Alzheimer's, where it's a slow slide into oblivion, FTD is different. It impacts your frontal lobes, and so your, as you kind of slide away, I guess, it's very dramatic. It goes like this, as opposed to just a slow slide. And so the family witnessed very dramatic things that would happen to Susan, related to this. So this is basically filmed over the course of years. The family was great in allowing us full access to basically come in and embed with their family for a full 5 weeks, traveling to multiple states for the film. You know, what was a difficult scene to shoot? Many of the scenes with Susan, the subject of the film, were so gripping and so emotional. It was very difficult to do that day after day from an emotional perspective, because what you're hearing and what you're seeing is from the inside of a brain of a person who has dementia. Oftentimes you see the face, but you don't know what's going on behind the eyes. This film does that. And so listening to that every day, it was sometimes painful because it was so emotional about what Susan was going through and how she was navigating dealing with different trauma from her past, but also the disease that was very present in this moment, and her family was dealing with it with her.
I hope when people watch this film, they walk away, one, knowing what FTD is, two, I hope that they share this story, my mom's story, with somebody else. Our hope when we said yes to having film crews follow us around and diving into our personal lives was that we were willing to do that because we wanted this film to bring hope to other people that are walking through the same thing, because it can be very, very isolating, very lonely, and we didn't want anybody to have to feel that way ever again, whether it's the person who's diagnosed or their family members walking alongside them. So my hope is that this film does just that, and it educates people and it helps people come together and not feel so alone.
So there is a huge social presence. It is all with hashtag Susan's Doc. So Facebook, Instagram, susansdoc.com is where people can go to see the story, to actually rent the movie and watch it over the course of the next year. We will continue rolling it out in terms of distribution to different platforms around the world. Already people around the world are responding to this story, and it's remarkable how organic it is in terms of the way people people are watching the film and it stays with them. You'll talk with them a week or two later and they still remember that, not just that one tidbit, but 2 or 3. They're like, what about this and what about this? Ultimately, from a filmmaking perspective, we want people, like Heather was saying, we want people to be able to sit down after watching this film and say, holy moly, what if this was us? What would we do? I mean, basic things like our father with dementia. Can we pick him up? Can we get him out of the bathtub? Can he feed himself? Do we have the money to take him somewhere? Do we have the money to sustain him here? Should he move in with us? All things that people probably don't talk enough about, considering that there are 57 million people around the world that have dementia. According to the World Health Organization, somebody somewhere needs to really think about these things for caregivers and family. Both Heather and Emily are continuing the advocacy that their mother started for this. And so as a result, that's where you can find them on the advocacy trail.
Yeah.